What's going on, guys? 8-Bit Glitch 79 here, and it's time for the July pickups. Alright guys, thanks for joining me for my July pickups. This is Flea Market and etc. pickups. So let's see here. I'm going to start with this one because I'm not sure if this was in the month of July or not. I was trying to go back and see and I couldn't figure it out, so I'm just going to include it. But I got from, this is from Strictly Limited, Raging Justice. It's a beat 'em up style like Streets of Rage with more of like graphics that were kind of like, I guess more leaning towards like a Mortal Kombat-y, I would say. But I don't know if you can see that, but a lot of people probably already know about this game. So it's an okay game, people are saying. It's not the greatest, but it's not terrible. So as you can see, I haven't even opened it yet, so I haven't even tried it myself. Let's see. And then for another pickup, I did, let's see. Now, some of these you might see, I've seen on my Instagram. I post short videos or pictures on my Instagram of my pickups as I get them. So if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do that, alright? So this was shared, I know for sure, on my Instagram. I picked these up one day. I went out to one of the retro game stores. It's about a little over an hour from me. I've been collecting the PSP a lot. I've been getting a lot into the handheld systems, more than I ever have before. I don't know, I never really gravitated to handheld systems, but lately, I think maybe it's playing with the Switch, even though I don't usually use the Switch outside of the house, but I'll use it a lot just on the couch while we're watching something on TV and stuff. So it's kind of got that handheld capability, so it's kind of made me look into some of the handhelds. I mean, I've always had a DS and a PSP, but I never really bought things for it. The kind of novelty of it kind of wore off when I first got them. But now I'm starting to gravitate towards them. So I picked up some more titles. Star Wars Battlefront Elite Squadron. That one's complete in the case. And this one I've always been looking for, even way back in the day, and then I kind of forgot about it. Untold Legends, Brotherhood of the Blade. So it's like a dungeon crawler. I love dungeon crawler games. So that's good. And I also got some loose titles. I don't really care if games are loose. Some I want complete, others I don't care. This is Medieval Resurrection. Dead to Rights. Something. Let's see. Dead to Rights Reckoning. That's what it is. This one is Rengaku, the Tower of Purgatory, I think. Small writing. I don't know, it's a Konami game. Looks kind of like a horror kind of game or something, so check it out. And then I've heard about this game, and then it was in the bin, and the guy's like, oh, you gotta get that game. I think he was just joking because of the name of it, but I saw something about this pretty recently, so it was $4. I figured I'd try it out. Fat Princess Fistful of Cake. So I've yet to pop this in and try it. But I have a component cable. It didn't seem to be working on my LCD TV that I usually play on in here. It worked on the CRT here. Again, if you're on Instagram, you would have saw I was watching Predator on the PSP while I was editing some stuff. So, yeah, that was cool. So I'm going to work that out and see if I can be able to capture footage or even stream the PSP. But I should be able to get it working. Let's see here. And speaking of handhelds, I got this just a few days ago, last week, end of last week. Like I said, I've been getting the handhelds. My kids, I have a regular DS from back in the day, the one that plays the Game Boy Advance cartridges as well. And my kids have the 2DS, the one that doesn't fold. It's two screens open and stuff. I didn't like the way that felt to play my games. So I've been looking out for a used one of these, and I came across this new 2DS XL. It's a purple one here in great shape. And that was a Facebook find. So I got that, the system, this case, and 5 games for $80, which I thought was pretty decent, considering used for some of the 2DS XL goes for like $129 at GameStop. But it came with Ocarina of Time, Zelda, which I already had that, so I might flip that one. Pokemon Sun. I'm not really a big Pokemon person. I don't know if my kids would like it or not, but I might flip that and recoup some money. And another Pokemon Omega Ruby. No, I never even heard of that, so I don't know. And again, might flip that one, recoup some money. And this one, which goes for like 35, 40 bucks used at GameStop, Kid Icarus Uprising, which I was like, sweet. That made it even that much sweeter because that's one title I wanted. Anyways, so. And then it came with a ATV, what is this? ATV monster trucks. It's like a 2-game is in one. I don't know. So those are the ones that came with it. These other ones are my own games I put in here. So, yeah. So that was a good find. Let's see. And just recently, a few days ago this weekend, I stopped by GameStop while I was on my way to run some errands. And they were having a 3 for $15 for anything under $9.99 or less. And I saw this game at first, and it was like $8. And it looked kind of interesting. It's Helldivers on the PS4. The kid at the GameStop said he played it. It's kind of like a 2-stick shooter, kind of isometric, kind of a dungeon crawler look, but like looks like with guns and stuff. So that might be interesting for $8. I figured I'd take a look around the store, and if I found anything else that was $8, $9, or $10 or less that would fit the 3 for $15, then I would snag it. So I did find a couple of DS games I figured I'd go with. I got a Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell on the 3DS. No clue if it's any good. And then Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga on the regular DS. Figured what the heck, got the new DS, so get a couple games. So that came up to $3.15 plus with my membership, pro membership thing. It only came out to like $13 for those 3. So what is that, like $4 or something a piece? So that wasn't bad. And then on my Instagram, you would have saw these posted. I found a Walmart that actually had the limited Tiny Troopers XL, which is why I gave away my PS4 copy. So I have that for the Switch, and at the same time they had a copy of Bloodstained. So I picked that up. Now I know I've heard that this isn't the best version. PS4, Xbox is better with frame rates and all that, and this has some other like slowdown issues and stuff, but you know, they said they're going to work on it, so I haven't even opened it. By the time I get around playing it, there'll probably be an update for it. And you know what? I'd rather have it on the Switch. It's like I've been playing that a lot more. Like I said, I can play it right on the couch while the wife's watching whatever shows, or we're even watching something that I don't need to pay complete attention to. I'm able to play the Switch. And then these 3, I did a short Instagram video, well these 2 rather, and I did a picture with this one. I've been looking for this game, and I found it at GameStop, and I had a coupon from my membership to get like $10 off, so I grabbed it. Dragon Marked for Death. That looks a really cool game. Here, I'll hold this up. If you can see, the art style looks really cool, and the gameplay, it's kind of like a Mega Man X kind of game, I guess, but with swords and stuff. But that kind of style, side-scrolling, platforming. And then, of course, I picked this up at Amazon new because I couldn't find a used copy anywhere near me. That at least only one used one, and it was no case. So I figured I'd just, for the extra couple bucks, I'd just order it new on Amazon. The Shantae Half Genie Hero. I have this on the Wii U, but I wanted it on the Switch because, again, just so much easier to grab the Switch and play, you know? So I grabbed that. Looking forward to playing that. And then Wolver Blade from Super Rare Games. It's a Viking beat 'em up based off of true story, I guess, of the history. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's got this foil cover. It came with some trading cards here. I didn't open the cards, but cards, and instruction manual, and then of course a super rare sticker that they send with other games. So that was cool. I love my beat 'em ups. So I hope to stream this one. Maybe I can get the wife to join me, 2-player on that. So that's that. And then, oh, I just got this today in the mail. I find even with the 2DS XL, my hands start to cramp after a while. So I got this like grip thing to add these grips on it. So hopefully, maybe that will make it feel a lot better and for longer gameplays. My hands won't cramp up. And it came with this charging like dock station for it. You can't charge it with this on it, but you can put the system in there and charge it. Now, if somebody could invent one of these with an HDMI out that would allow the DS to be played on a TV or a capture card without a mod, that would be brilliant. They'd be a millionaire. And then finally, I posted way back early, maybe 2 weeks ago, I went to the flea market and I posted a sneak peek on my Instagram of this. And I said, look out for a video on it. And I was going to do a full-fledged video coverage on it, and I still might, about the history of it and stuff like that. But I'll put the picture I put on Instagram right here. And then, so people would speculate. And yes, this is the controller here. And here is the system. But no, it's not an AES or MVS. So at first I thought it was, and that's what I thought it was. And I asked the guy how much. He said, oh, it goes for like 150 online, but I do 100 or less. And I'm like, what? So I went and took a closer look and then realized it's not Neo Geo AES or VS. It's a Neo Geo X. You see it down there. And with it having this, it's actually the gold system, but still, it goes for more than 150, so I don't know what the guy was talking about. So I told him, would you take 80 for it? And he said, sure. So what it is a handheld at Neo Geo, and this is the docking station to hook it to the TV. What? Somebody did that before Nintendo? Uh-oh, I think Neo Geo needs to sue. No, it's not as good as that. Yes, it'll allow you to play it on TV, but you can't have it running and hook it and take it off and on while you're playing. You gotta have it off and turn it on. So it's still cool. It's still got that concept. But here, that's the handheld. Now it is emulation. It's not like a system. But still, it's pretty cool. And maybe I'll do a short video about this, because there's some interesting things about the history of this and the history and how it came about. You know. But here's a closer look at how it docks. It's pretty primitive. I mean, you gotta hook it into 3 different things just to get it. I'll hook that up later. So that was basically my July pickups. I might have forgotten something small here or there, but that's basically the big pickups I had for the month of July. So I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment if you saw anything you thought was interesting or you want to know more information about. And that's it. So this is 8-Bit Glitch 79, and I'm glitching out. Awesome!